Russia wants to exploit the events in Kazakhstan to put pressure on Uzbekistan. Russia wants to exploit the events in Kazakhstan to put pressure on Uzbekistan. In early January, peaceful protests escalated in Kazakhstan after the price of liquefied natural gas soared at lightning speed. At first, the government made concessions and agreed to meet the demands of the people. However, the protests did not stop with this, but rather intensified and demanded the departure of the ruling political elite led by Nazarbayev, who has ruled Kazakhstan since independence. After that, President Tokayev immediately returned to the Collective Security Treaty Organization, CSTO, and requested help suppress the protests. And the government, which agreed yesterday to meet the demands of its people, announced today that they are thieves and terrorists and that there will be no negotiations with them. The president also allowed to open fire at the protesters without warning. Thus, thanks to the honor of President Tokayev and the pro-Russian political elite, the peacekeeping forces of the CSTO, who serve Russia's interests, entered the territory of Kazakhstan and carried out a massacre against innocent people. This will be an unprecedented shameful mark imprinted on the forehead of the Kazakh regime. Currently, Russia is trying to take advantage of the events in Kazakhstan to put pressure on Uzbekistan. At an extraordinary online summit of the Collective Security Treaty Organization on January 10, Belarusian President Alexander Lukashenko said that Uzbekistan should be the first to learn from events in Kazakhstan. Lukashenko claims that he has information that the eyes of the terrorists are now focused on Uzbekistan. This can be considered indirect pressure from Russia on the Uzbek regime. Thus, Russia is trying to suggest to Uzbekistan to speed up its entry into the Collective Security Treaty Organization, because then the Uzbek regime will also be able to mobilize Russia's support through the CSTO. If the people of Uzbekistan organize large-scale demonstrations, as in Kazakhstan, it is no secret to anyone that after the Collective Security Treaty Organization it is intended to include Uzbekistan in the Eurasian Economic Union as well. This strengthens Russia's influence in our lands and weakens the influence of the West, especially America. This is exactly what Russia is seeking.